So Anthony Joshua is a week away from a massive fight with a man who rocked Tyson Fury last time out, Francis Ngannou. And we're joined now by AJ's promoter, Eddie Hearn. Eddie, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. You caught me in the back of a cab.
What are you doing there?
I'm just going from meeting to meeting in London, so looking forward to heading out to Riyadh. Well, I've got to go to New York first tomorrow and then straight to Riyadh for the big fight.
How are you feeling? How do you feel about this fight coming up?
Bit nervous. I think on paper you think AJ should be going through Ngannou, but we all saw what happened in the Fury fight. Ngannou had him down. I felt like he won the fight. So he's a very strong man. He can definitely punch. He's not afraid. And I'm sure there's going to be some hairy moments in the fight. But AJ looks fantastic and looking forward to another dominating victory from him.
Eddie, I know you don't want to hear this, but if the unforgivable did happen, he was to lose, what would be next or in store for AJ?
I mean, it's not great, is it? Losing to a 0-1 MMA fighter. We know he's the world heavyweight champion at UFC. He does have some kind of boxing background, but you shouldn't really be losing to guys, in my opinion, that haven't been competing at the highest level of the sport. But, again, he showed us against Tyson Fury what he's capable of. And this is probably the one division where anything can happen. It's not like you're fighting lightweights or middleweights and you're fighting a big, strong puncher who's not afraid to let his hands go. So when these guys trade leather, anything can happen.
Yeah. How's AJ doing, by the way? It feels a little bit different in the more recent press conferences, very focused, a little bit more dry with the people in the press room instead of the friendly, kind of bubbly AJ who we saw for a while. Is he really focused at the minute?
Yeah, laser focused. I think, he spent such a huge amount of his career being that perfect role model for British boxing and ambassador, and he still is. He's a tremendous guy, but it's just all business now for him. He's got a dream still to become undisputed champion. One of the reasons we're taking this fight is, His Excellency, who's running boxing in Saudi Arabia, said that the winner of this fight will be in line to fight the winner of Fury Usyk. So there's everything on the line for AJ in this fight, and if he can do a good job, and hopefully Tyson Fury can beat Alexander Usyk, I really believe you're going to see that fight.
As AJ, his training, his preparation, has it been any different to Ngannou? Obviously, because he's not an out boxer. When you're fighting a boxer, you watch videos, you watch their style. Is this more difficult for AJ?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a new trainer, who he brought in before the last fight, who is a real expert at, analysis, and it's very difficult to analyse an opponent that you've only got 10 rounds of footage on. So they've got a great game plan, and AJ's full of confidence. He's punching harder than ever. He's more aggressive than he's ever been as well. But you've got to be careful against this guy. You can't just rush in because he's going to throw with you. And we saw that. Tyson Fury tried to throw a big right hand. The guy, he takes risks. He rolls the dice. He threw a left hook, caught Fury on the side of the head. He went down. And, like I said, I felt that he could have got the decision in that fight. So Ngannou's no mug, but you've just got to be what you are, which is fast and dangerous. And if he does that, I think he'll stop him. I do see him knocking Ngannou out.
Eddie, you've got a new podcast out. We'll come to it in just a second. That's the real reason why you're on the show. But can't help ask you about Dillian Whyte. He's teased that he may return to boxing since that failed drugs test. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I've not spoken to Dillian Whyte since we got the results of that drug test. What was it, 5 days before the Anthony Joshua fight? It was brutal. It was, it was crucifying news. And he's been very quiet, obviously working away on his case. I've not seen anything official, but I've seen him tease a few things that he might be back in the ring. So I've had a lot of questions from the media about, when this news is it coming. I'm not aware of it. I haven't been involved with it, but it sounds like it might be imminent.
Yeah, on your podcast, so sounds for another round of No Passion, No Point.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite weird. Normally I get asked all the questions, and now I think we're in about the 4th or 5th series of No Passion, No Point with the BBC, and it's really great for me because I'm sitting down with some of the biggest names in sport and just learning about them and their winning mentality, their mindset. I think it just shows you that sport's quite a lonely place. You've played it at the top level as well, and I love learning from these people and really finding out what it takes to perform at the elite level. You've got to be selfish. It's lonely at times. I think psychologically it's tough, and sitting down with these great winners from sport really shows you how they're built and how they got there. So yeah, new series out now. Hope everyone enjoys it.
Well, you've got Charlie Hull, the golf superstar. We were talking about her earlier on in the show. Ella Toon, the lioness. Zarnell Hughes, the sprinter, and also cricket superstar Stuart Broad. We've got a clip of that moment. This is the time he recalled fully buying into baseball with Eddie Hearn.
Look outside now. You've got a full Trent Bridge. The atmosphere's been great all day. These guys, they've not bought tickets to come and watch us block the ball. I don't care about the draw. I'm not interested in drawing this game. We're either going to win it or we're going to lose it, but we're going to give it a great crack. I prefer to lose it going for the win, and we'll win more games than we lose if we have that mindset. So I want us all to go for it and all to buy in for it. So we're like, okay, awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. And Johnny Bester went out first ball after tee. He got a bounce and he ducked it. And Ben Stokes walked down to him. So what are you doing? He goes, I was just having a sighter. He goes, no, I don't want you to do that. Hit it for 6. Next ball, bouncer, bang, 6. And Johnny got an amazing 100 and we won the game. And I think that was almost the moment, so early in Baz's coaching career with us, that that he fed back exactly how we wanted to play the game. There's no fear of losing here.
Stuart Broad on No Passion, No Point. What was he like? He seems like a really good character.
Brilliant. Really, really good. And actually quite fascinating. We talk a lot about their upbringing, coming through the way that they were parented a little bit as well. And actually what surprised me about Stuart was I expected him just to be this guy that was driven by winning, and his old man was a top cricketer for England as well, and I would imagine him in the nets with him hours after hours, and you must make it, and you must. And he was saying that really he was just sort of given the rein of growing up of just participation is good. Don't worry about winning or losing, just enjoy yourself, play the game freely. And that was very different to certainly how I was brought up, and I think a lot of people, for me it was just win, 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 win. That's all that matters. And it was quite fascinating to learn that, he wasn't actually built that way. And he plays his cricket very freely. And, the talk about baseball and stuff like that, again, he really convinced me that that was actually a great way to play the game. Because when I went to Lord's for the Ashes and they were talking about baseball and saying, win or lose, we don't care. It's just about playing great cricket and entertaining the crowd. I was like, what a load of rubbish that is. It's only about, it's the Ashes. Like, I know you want to entertain the crowd, but surely we got to win. Yeah. It's like, well, hopefully that will come. But let's go out there, let's play freely, let's enjoy ourselves. And actually, when you listen to the podcast, that one's out now. And when you listen to Stuart explain it, obviously he's a very bright guy as well. And it makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. And he's got them playing great cricket freely without the pressure. And obviously the results come in terms of the way it entertained the crowd and the way the results went.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like a great listen. Eddie, we have to let you go. Thank you so much for taking the time. Safe journey. Just before you go quickly, who would be your dream guest to have on your podcast?
Ooh, great question.
You can't say Simon Jordan.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
I've got to go on his one. I've got to go on his one soon, I think. Blimey.
Oh my God. Popcorn.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard, maybe. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of my heroes from the boxing world.
Very good. Well, good luck with it. No Passion, No Point is available now. Eddie Hearn, safe travels on your way to where you're off to. And don't forget, AJ against Ngannou is next Friday night. And talkSPORT also has live and exclusive heavyweight commentary of Fabio Wardley versus Fraser Clark. That's on Sunday the 31st of March from the O2 Arena. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to talkSPORT Boxing on our YouTube channel.